Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 8 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the previous video, we were able to create a lot of things, especially this one, the downspout, and then we also fixed the garage door, added floors that represents the grass and the road. And here we're gonna continue working on this. As you know that we added a lot of information already, and maybe we're gonna extend one more video for the Twinmotion. But for now, um, we can actually create sheets later on. We're gonna create section and then some renderings. But before that, I will like to load a fence so that we could give this more really realistic vibe. So I'll be in the ground floor and I'm gonna load the fence, and this fence will be available to download on part 1 usually. So every projects that we do, I put a link on part 1 for all the blocks that I use. So you just need to double check that one. So here I'm just adding some fence, and I will be checking the fence again. So this fence should be on the grade actually. So the level grade. And then let's put this one on grade as well. So let's go to grade and fix all of that. I'm gonna select this and just nudge it in place like that. So most of the time, houses here looks like this. There will be fence and also fence on the other side and fence between houses. And then I'm just gonna align this one. So we're gonna keep on copying this multiple, and let's add it here. And what I could do is I could just mirror this so that it's easier for us, because it's the same idea on the other side as well. And then let's mirror this. I'm assuming this is the middle, and it's good enough, and we could just notch it in place. Like that. And we're gonna extend the fence all the way there. All the way at the back. So let's go to grade again and then copy all of this. And here I'm just gonna extend this more, or no, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Copy all of this. copy it for now and then rotate this. And then move it. And of course, remove the excess. I'm just gonna copy one of this so that there's no gap. After this, let's add in some trees. So we need to go to insert and then load family and go back here and look for planting. We could add in shrubs, and then this ones. Okay, and then click open, and then let's add it. It's better if you go to grade, and you'll be able to see the height and where you're gonna place it. I'm just gonna place some trees in front and at the back of the fence. So click component, and you will have different kinds of heights here. And what I'm gonna do is shrubs, we have around 4 meters. Douglas fir is my favorite. Let's add it here. Okay, so we have the Douglas fir there. So I'm just putting in random trees. And let's look at it. And let's add it at the back as well. So go to grade again, and for the back we're just gonna extend this a little bit. Okay, and then let's add in different kinds of plants like that. And then here we could create our first 3D. So go to grade, and then we're gonna shoot the camera, and this will be the view that I like to show. And extend this. And then we could see it in disk or realistic. So it looks better. It looks good. Maybe I could just add in one more here or at this side. I'm gonna add in some shrubs. So go back to grade and then click component. And then let's add this. And then let's go back to 3D view. And let's add it something at the other side as well. So go to grade again. And go back to 3D view to see what we created. I'm probably gonna add in more here. So go back to grade. I'm gonna add a different one. And look it again. So it looks good. I know once you add trees, basically if you have a powerful computer, it won't lag like this. But I only have a 6 gig VRAM 1660 GTX, so couple of years old graphics card. Next thing we're gonna do is, after all of this we've done, we could actually add in the sheets, and we could prepare some sections and elevations, and even this image as well we could add. So let's go to our ground floor. To add a section, you will need to click on this section, and then let's add a section in the middle. So in the middle here, where the garage and the family room are showing. Oh, sorry, let's redo that. Make sure it's straight, and you could even double click it and it will show it like that. I want to show this one as well, so I'm gonna move it like that. And then let's add in another section. Showing like that. And let's just double check what we created. So I wanted to show the stairs, and we have shown this one as well. So now to create sheet, you can actually go to view and then click sheet. And also what you can also do is scroll down here on your project browser. We have sheet here. Click on that and right click again. You can just click new sheet here. So either or, it will work. We have A0 here, metric. You can load more actually. So scroll down and then there's title block, and there's more different sizes. So for now, let's stick to A0 and then press OK. And as you can see here, we have a default title block, and you could just double click on this and you could change the information. What I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna rename this. You could leave the number for now and cover sheet or cover. So for our cover, we could add in 3D view like that. Obviously you could make it bigger if you want. And then let's right click again, new sheet. Let's rename this floor plan, or and then let's add in all our floor plan here. So we have our ground, we also have our second floor, and here we could double click this. So actually before we add this, we need to go to second floor and crop this, show crop region, so that once we add it there, it's looking good. So we could hide this again, and then once we go back to the sheet, we could just drop it like that. And then lastly, let's add in our basement, but we need to double check this first. Show crop region. As you can see, it's really big, so fix it first. and then hide the crop region again and go back to the sheet. Sorry, this should be basement. Ground floor, basement, and obviously you could change the scale as well. Next, highlight sheet and then right click and then new sheet again. Same title block, A0, and then here right click and then rename section. And we could go here under section. We have two section. And then right click again under sheet. And then rename it. Let's put in elevation. So under elevation, we have our south, our north. Let's organize it like this. And then east and west. And we're gonna fix that. So this one, what you do is you need to go to ground and show the crop region. Look for the elevation. So let's look at it agreed. Here's the elevation. You just need to move it closer so that it doesn't see this. And then now once we check it again on our elevation, it's all fixed. So I'm gonna move it more. And what we could do is we could hide this as well. Okay, so I just hide those trees. And also let's go back to east elevation and let's pull this up. And let's double check everything. Okay. So before we finish this and turn to Twinmotion, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the 3D view that we created, and let's do a rendering. So you could type in RR for short, or you could click on this, and then we're just gonna do a draft. Let's do few clouds as well. We're gonna mess up with exposure once we do the draft. So click on render, give it some time, and this will be the one that will come up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click adjust exposure, and then here, once you adjust, you need to click apply, and then you will be able to see it further. So I'm gonna click apply, and let's pull this back a little bit. Obviously you could put it the exact amount here, but I like to use this instead. And depending on what you want, you could adjust those. So let's add this saturation, not too much, and then highlights. And once you're happy, you can either press OK or reset everything, and then save to project. Render 1, and then OK, and you will have it here as well. And what you could do is we could substitute that for our rendering, so, or for our cover photo. So I'm just gonna click out of this, and we could delete this and add in the render. And here I'm gonna double click this, and we could expand it like that. And double click again, so this is not grayed out. And then don't forget to pull this down, or you could even hide this so it's not hideable. So we could just leave it like that, and at least you'll be able to enlarge this rendering. And we have our sheets here, and if you want to print it, you could go to file, and then you could export this via DWG file. You can also go down or you could print, and you could print it out under PDF. You could click setup and change the paper here, the corresponding paper, and you could put colored or black and white, and the layout, of course, you could change it here. So that's about it for our house tutorial. On the next one, it's all Twinmotion. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.